Okay. Hola.
Hi, how are
Can you
you?
hear me? Okay. Good. How are you?
I'm great. Well, not very not like excellent, but I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've a little cold. You know, the
No
typical in this
weather.
season with this weather. It's been raining. It's been there have been many floods around. You know, and it's been kind of tough.
There's
Like
there's been many what around?
flood.
Oh, floods. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's the concept you just said? Can you repeat it?
flood.
The
Oh,
water something you said?
flood. Have there been floods? Like the
Uh,
water is like overflowing?
yeah, but you said something else before. What was it?
Oh
Like
no.
water something. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna see it when you see this recording. You're gonna listen to
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah, you're gonna tell me later. So I hope that you're fine. So are you okay? Well, I didn't ask you.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, we're good. Actually, though, the funny thing is, there's been flooding here as well, but actually, it was more in New York, because of everything that was happening in Canada. It like came down
Canada.
here, like in the northeastern region, and impacted us as well. Like the wildfires and everything. The air quality here has been, well, this was last week. Yes, last week the air quality here was like horrendous. Like you could see it in the sky, like it looked like fog. But then, like you, if you went outside, you would like it would burn your eyes. You would feel like this weird thing in your chest. And then, like literally, you couldn't go outside. Like you weren't supposed to open your windows. You weren't supposed to open your sliding glass doors. And like the evening before, like everything, the warnings when everything were like really prominent. Like I had sat outside on the balcony for a while, like at least for 2 hours, and I didn't even know like okay everything was bad. And then I was on the phone with my sister, and she was just like, I'm getting all these calls at work. I don't know what's going on. She's like, I think they're exaggerating. It like woke her up out of her sleep. I was just like, what are you talking about? And she was like, they're complaining about the air quality. And she was just like, I just think they're being extra. I was just like, what are you talking about? So then I put on the news and I was just like, oh my God, Ashley. I was just like, I don't think this is like, I don't think they're exaggerating. And then I was just like, there's wildfires and it's like coming down like and affecting like the northeastern like states. So she lives further north than I do. So didn't really think it was impacting me as much because I'm in Maryland, so I'm past the Mason-Dixon line. But the next day, like my eyes were just burning like crazy.
Oh.
And then like all these different things were just canceled. Like my son had a college visit scheduled for that day. It was canceled, and then there basically like the air quality actually was really bad, but the night before I didn't realize it. So like that whole day, like I had like a horrible headache. My eyes were just burning like crazy. But it was because that evening before I was sitting outside and I didn't even realize like it had already started to stuff was starting to happen. And I was just like, yeah, this isn't something that you can play around with. But
I see
yes.
it.
Yeah, but this was last week when, like, basically for multiple days, they're just saying the air quality was so horrible. Like, there's pollutants in the air, but it was because of the wildfires that were in Canada, and it was just trickling down to different states.
Wow. Jesus.
Yeah, it
And
was
so everyone suffered from this um let's
wildfires. Yeah.
say yeah, but like the air quality, like the problem with the eyes or probably breathing was hard.
Only if you
Everyone
were
was feeling this.
outside. Yeah, if you basically didn't follow the warnings and you decided like, okay, well, I'm going to go outside for an extended period of time, there's no way you wouldn't feel it. Like,
Wow.
if you thought like, oh, it's not really real, like, yeah. But I mean, I think if you were outside for like maybe 20 minutes, it wouldn't be as bad, but probably anything longer than that. And then if you had asthma or something like that, then it would be, I'm sure it caused more issues. Like it was probably very difficult to breathe,
Wow.
which is
Jesus.
scary because, yeah.
It was many days, right? And now, how's the quality of the air?
Now it's just, it seems to be back to normal. And it just made you realize how quickly something like that can happen. And then how much, at least for me, because I being outside for me just helps keep my stress levels down. And it just is like peace of mind. Like I just like to go outside in the morning and go outside in the evening just for a sense of peace. Yeah.
Mhm. I
Oh,
see
hi,
what you mean.
Nirsrine.
Hi,
Yeah.
good evening.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing well. How
Good.
are you, Victoria? Nice to meet you. Happy to see you again, Wynter.
Happy to see you as well. We usually kind of like chit chat with each other before we get started, just because we don't get to see each other as often. So we just like to kind of go over like what was happening in different parts, like on my part of the world and then her part of the world. So she's in Chile and it's just freezing there and she's cold. And then I'm in Maryland and I was telling her about like the horrible air quality and like the wildfires in Canada. And there's
Mhm.
always something completely different happening for us.
That's
So
insane.
like,
And I'm joining all the way from Morocco, Mohammedia,
yeah.
Morocco.
Morocco.
And it's
Oh,
nice weather. Summer. It's very summer here, but it's been great. Yes. So I am right outside of Casablanca.
Wow, yeah.
Casablanca.
Yeah.
You're probably in the best air, like compared to all three of us, you're probably in the best area. Like I'm kind of boring in Maryland. Nothing's happening except for me and my house plants. And then
Yeah.
yeah,
How funny. How funny.
Victoria's
Well, I will.
cold.
I will,
Yeah.
I will actually be in DC actually next month.
Oh wow, yeah, we have to get together.
Yes,
Let
I
me
would
know
love
when
to.
you're here.
I'll be there from the 2nd to the 30th. So I'll be there for the entire month. I'd love to catch up. Yes, that is the Hassan II Mosque in Morocco and Casablanca, very famous, well known. But yeah,
This?
life is really nice. Yes, so that's the Hassan II Mosque. It is, I believe, like the second or third largest mosque in Africa,
Wow.
and it definitely
Look at that
ranks.
design.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I mean, the interior is. Moroccans are known for their patterns, and their tile work in particular.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
God, I want
Victoria
to
and
see
I
it.
are gonna have to plan a trip to Morocco for some reason, an exchange program, just so we can come. It'll be official business,
Of
official
course.
Fluent Founders
No,
business
for
slash,
sure.
yeah.
I mean, the linguistic landscape here is
Vacation.
something to be studied and to be experienced. I mean, the kids I teach are fluent in Arabic, English, and French. Some speak Spanish as well. So it's really unique.
Turn my phone off. Yeah. Well,
Before we get into it, could I ask a couple questions?
Sure.
absolutely.
Yeah, I just was wondering if this would be kind of back and forth Q&A, or shall I start with just sharing a bit about myself?
Yeah, maybe start with sharing a bit about yourself and then we can, I'm sure, like piggyback and ask some questions based on what you want to chat about.
Sure.
So give us a little bit of background. Who are you, Nirsrine?
Oh, okay. So we're on?
Yeah. Oh, well, actually, wait. Victoria, are we recording yet? I don't even know.
We are, yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah.
No worries, no worries. Well, first of all, I just wanted to thank both of you guys so much for inviting me onto your podcast and for me to share a little bit about myself and my experience from language learning to now language teaching. My name is Nirsrine Khiliza. I am from Knoxville, Tennessee, although currently I am based in Mohammedia, Morocco, so just right outside of Casablanca. I graduated from Sewanee, the University of South in 2021 with a degree in international and global studies. And then I graduated from the Walsh School of Foreign Service at Georgetown University with a Master's of Arts in Arab Studies in 2024. So that's a little bit about my background. I'm happy to get more into my experience learning languages and how that's ultimately brought me here to Morocco.
Yeah. Um, so
What's the
I guess,
origin of your name?
yeah.
I want to know that.
Yeah. So my family is from Sudan. In particular, we're from South Sudan. And Nirsrine is a name very common in the Arabic speaking world. So in Morocco, it's a very popular name. However, it actually comes from Persian. Comes from Iran,
Oh,
originates from there. And it means like a white flower, white rose. So yeah, it's a really unique name. It's pretty popular. Everyone's always like, your name is Nirsrine, like, are you Moroccan? And I'm like, no.
oh, wow. Okay. Oh, I like it very much. Yeah, and so, what sparkle your interest in these languages that you speak?
Yeah, so I would have to honestly credit to my mom. Credit all to my mom. I think
Ah,
that's kind of where it started and kind of my background, my upbringing. So as I mentioned, my family's from South Sudan. And we came to the United States as refugees actually in 2000. And so when you come to the United States as refugees, you are placed, you don't necessarily get a say in what country, city, stay. So we were placed in Cleveland, Tennessee. So right outside of Chattanooga, which is like a mid-sized-ish city in Tennessee. So very white, very rural. Um, yeah, and so grew up there. My mom to this day speaks to us in South Sudanese Arabic, so the particular dialect native to there. So that's what I grew up hearing. But because of the pressure to assimilate and integrate, my parents heavily stressed that my siblings and I speak in English. I grew up speaking Sudanese Arabic, but was later kind of penalized for doing so because, like I said, that kind of extreme need to assimilate. So yeah, Tennessee right there, right outside of Chattanooga, and my family is now based in Knoxville, so about an hour north of Chattanooga. Yes, ma'am. And so kind of growing up, right, I kind of was always fascinated by the fact that, you know, I grew up with Arabic in the home. Kind of, I already knew how to count to like 1 to 20 in Arabic. I was always interested as to like how and why I could innately do so. Kind of, especially with a language like Arabic, how unique it is. I grew up with Arabic scripts around the house, Bibles in Arabic, growing up watching Al Jazeera in Arabic. And so I was just kind of like, this seems like a really interesting language to learn. So then I took it upon myself to learn it in undergrad. I took my very first Arabic course during my sophomore year. And that kind of just opened up the world quite literally for me. We can get more into kind of how that happens. But I had already always also been very interested in learning other languages. So in high school, I first took German, found out how kind of very unuseful that language is, so then picked to Spanish. But then I took 3 years of German and then 2 years of Spanish and then continued both languages in undergrad. So as I'll say, I always had dreams of being a polyglot. My levels in each language are everywhere at the moment. But yeah, it's always been a passion of mine, language learning.
Did you find
and
any like similarities or differences, especially because you're a heritage like Arabic speaker, and then I feel like German is so different from Arabic and then
oh, yeah.
Spanish. Like I'm just curious, like did you find any patterns or similarities or differences? Did they help? I just feel like there's so like you picked the languages with no links and you're like, give me the challenge.
No, I quite literally did, didn't I? Yeah, so I'll start with kind of from Sudanese or South Sudanese Arabic to learning standard Arabic. And so
Yeah.
Arabic is a really interesting language because there are a plethora of dialects and accents. But what folks speak at home is not what they study. So imagine if it were like we spoke like this on the streets with our friends, family, but in formal settings at school in meetings, we would use Shakespearean English. That's the best way I can
Modern
explain it.
standard
I don't know
Arabic.
if any other language does something like this, but it's
Yeah.
almost as if it's two different languages. And so what academic and learned Arabic, like you want to learn grammar, if you want to learn literature, if you want to learn reading and writing, you have to learn this modern standardized form of Arabic. And that is the Arabic that is used to communicate not only on like written material and stuff like that, but from native speaker from like Morocco all the way to Iraq, right? So they use this modern standard Arabic. And so that was a learning curve, but fortunately, each dialect has like their similarities and differences to this standard pure form of Arabic. And so it was easy for me to learn a lot, yes, because I was a heritage learner. My rate of learning was significantly faster because all I needed to know was learn for a large majority of the words was how to read and write it. I didn't need to learn the meaning associated with all of the words. And thus that helped me learn it quickly. Of course, there is a very strong correlation between Spanish and Arabic. Living here in Morocco, especially in the northern part, right, former Andalusia. It's really interesting, southern Spain, and the influence from the Moors and the Islamic role during that time. So there are quite a few similarities. For example, azúcar in Spanish, sucar in Arabic, so very similar.
Sucra in French, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We say camisa, as though in Spanish, camisa too.
That's cool.
So making these connections were really interesting. Between Arabic and German, not much, but Arabic and German and English, right? They're Germanic.
Right,
languages,
Germanic.
similarities there. But yeah, my first experience studying Arabic intensively was here in Morocco back in 2019 on a fully funded State Department scholarship called the Critical Languages Scholarship Program. And from that program, I started at very beginner novice, and I ended the program advanced mid. So I just jumped. I just really took advantage.
I was gonna say, that's
yeah.
a big, yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge jump, but it's the heritage learner.
Okay.
Is there a certification for Arabic that tells you, yeah, you're advanced?
Yeah, so what we used during my grad program at Georgetown, because we also had an Arabic language requirements, and what the State Department and the former U.S. government funded scholarships I've done, use the ACF. It's like ACFTL or something.
Oh.
I can't remember what the acronyms stand for, but there's a board that has criteria and has kind of like a triangle shape, like distinction and classification of one's fluency in a foreign language. So it goes from novice to intermediate. The intermediate has 3 levels, advanced has 3 levels, superior, and then distinguished. Yes. ACFTL guidelines.
Yeah.
So the American Council on the Teaching of Foreign Languages. Yes, this organization. And so that is what's used to professionally assess one's level in a foreign language. This is a certification I've done this test numerous times. I have numerous certifications, but they also do other languages besides Arabic.
Oh, I see it. Okay. So, yeah, I've never seen this. This is the first time I see it. Oh, it's Arabic oral proficiency. This is here, but you're saying that this is for any language. American Council of Teaching of Foreign Languages. Oh, okay.
That's ACTFL. That's the last speaker who we had. She was referring to it.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I was wondering what it was. Now that you tell me, now it makes sense. We normally use here the CFR, the Common European Framework Reference. Yeah. So this is the American Council one. Oh, interesting.
And they issue certifications for Americans in their proficiency in foreign languages.
Right. And is it also separated in different skills? Let's say like a score for speaking, a score for reading, a score for writing? No. To
be quite frank, I'm not too sure because I've only taken the speaking exams. However, I would wager that they would do writing and reading as well.
Yes.
Listening.
Oh, I see it. That sounds really cool. I was thinking about the words that you were saying that we use in Spanish, and I also remember a few others because, well, I'm also a Spanish teacher,
Okay.
and I remember that we saw the influence that Arabic had in Spanish, and they told us about mm, the this I don't know how to say this part without like using bad words. Like the Arabic culture invaded
And
at some point the land
yes.
of the Spanish. Yeah,
Mhm, mhm, mhm,
and many words were borrowed from Arabic, like almohada, for example, which
Yep.
is pillow,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
many other like algodón, like
Yep.
cotton.
Yep. Yep. Mhm.
Yeah, and many others that have an H in the middle. And for us, it's like H. We never pronounce the H. Then we just kind of don't use it unless it's
Mm,
combined with
mhm.
another consonant. So it's like uh, I realized that we had many others. Ojalá, for example, we say ojalá very much, which means I hope so,
Yes.
and it has a cultural thing.
Yeah.
What's ojalá in Arabic?
If I'm not mistaken, Ojalá would be the equivalent of like Inshallah, which is kind of like a hopefully, it's literally translated to if God wills it. Mm-hmm. That kind of like,
Exactly.
wait, The I said there, sorry, and zait, kind of similar, meaning oil. So yeah, lots of
Aceite. Ah, yeah,
zait.
you're right. Aceite is also there. Yeah.
It's really cool to
Yeah.
make these. But no, I mean, I think invaded is the word. I mean, there were
Oh, I
some
didn't want to say
Muslims
invade. Yeah.
on the Arabian Peninsula, sorry, on the Iberian Peninsula, sorry, for many years, and things of that nature. And, you know, remnants of that time still very much found. There is a Spanish enclave, there are two Spanish enclaves in Morocco, two Spanish cities, and it's really
Oh,
unique to be in these cities because you do kind of feel like you're in Andalusia. A lot of folks will say that they're Spanish and they speak Spanish. Some of them speak both Arabic and Spanish, but
oh,
they'll
cool.
stress that they're Muslims. Like that's very central to theirs in the
Ah,
city. So when you guys are
wow.
here, it's not too far away from Tangier, a northern city in Morocco. Would definitely be a place to visit.
Well, that's
Wow.
really
What's the
neat.
name of it? What's the name of the
It
city?
is called Ceuta in Spanish and Ceuta and
Oh,
Septa
that's true.
in Arabic.
Ceuta. Oh, this is in Spain.
Yes, Spain, but it's it's a Spanish enclave in Morocco. So it's Spain, and
Oh, oh,
you can walk to Spain.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
So there it
Have
is.
you traveled quite a bit throughout the country while
Yes.
you've been there?
Yeah, I have. This is my sixth time to Morocco. So I have been to all the major cities, but I really hope to start making and visiting like more niche kind of areas.
Yeah.
But that is Ceuta, this city called Fenedek, right at the bottom. It's called Castillejo by the folks in northern Morocco who still very much speak Spanish and use a lot of Spanish in their Moroccan Arabic. So there's also, right, like Arabic dialects, and then there's also Moroccan Arabic or Moroccan Derija that has a lot of French and Spanish influence as well. So here in Morocco, they say simana instead of usbur, which is the Arabic word for week.
oh, wow.
Yes.
This, I had
Right.
no idea this existed.
In
Yeah.
Moroccan Arabic. In the north, they say parada for a stop instead of, I don't know what they would say down here, but they would use the French word. Like their default here in the Casablanca Rabat area is French. The default up north is Spanish.
Wow. Interesting.
So lots of residents speak fluent Spanish. That's, you know, not to forget the Spanish colonial rule of northern Morocco as well. So the French and Spanish were both here, hence why the north remains heavily Spanish influenced, and then the rest of the country is more French influenced.
There's so much like history and culture
Yeah.
that I don't know about. Like I've studied Arabic. I don't know any dialects.
Okay.
And I like, and I only know a little bit, but there's so much to it.
So much,
And
very deep, lots of
so
history.
rich.
And you know, my undergrad studies were in globalization, right? So we were focused on kind of, to what extent was the world connected before the advent of the internet, right? And this is a prime example of, right, that's the interconnectivity despite, you know, social media and internet and 5G and all that good stuff. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I'm impressed. Like I had no idea about this part of the world, and you're just bringing this to like my knowledge, and it just feels good. Like I've never heard anything like this before. It's a new world. It's a completely new world.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
not sure to what extent you guys have been following the World Cup, but Morocco's national team kind of made it pretty far, quarterfinals, and some of their star players are primarily Spanish speaking.
Ah, okay.
Ashraf
I didn't
Hakimi
know
was
that either.
Spain. And then Moroccans here were really excited for Spain to win the World Cup because there's a Moroccan, Guinea Equatorial player on the team as well. So yeah, the world's connected in crazy ways, isn't it?
Yeah. Is football the most popular sport in Morocco, or is there any other?
For sure.
For sure.
Football, as they say, soccer, as I like to say, dominates.
Yeah. Oh, cool. So definitely they were just in front of the TV checking what happens in the World Cup, right?
Of course. I mean, the Morocco-Netherlands game was at 2 a.m. and folks were still up. I was awoken by all the celebrations at 5 a.m. Yeah. Like they're diehard soccer fans here.
Did your students?
I could. I mean, I like the festivities and things of that nature, but I'm not too much of a diehard fan. Once you had a question?
Oh no, I was just going to say, did your students talk about the match a lot? Were they talking about it a lot? Was it a big topic or not really?
A huge topic among students, my coworkers, right? Because I work with Moroccans. My boss is from Boston, but he's married to a Moroccan American woman named Madiha, and we have a huge kind of screen TV in our back space, and so we hosted kind of match nights for both the Moroccan matches and the US matches over at the center. The Moroccan matches were by far the most popular ones. And it was just like a really great time. Unfortunately, they lost to Spain, so they did not make it to the semifinals. Sorry, they lost to France, but they had beat Spain during the last World Cup in Qatar. Which was like really exciting. And then they lost again to France. So better luck next time. Speaking of, forgot to mention the 2030 World Cup will take place here in Andalusia once again. Wow. Spain, Portugal, Morocco.
Oh, that's gonna be
interesting.
Great. Yeah, I want to go now. Yeah, that's incredible. We have other few questions here that we've written for you. So we have one very important question that is more about the challenges in life that I wanna ask you. It says here, what is the most challenging aspect of making a monumental change in your personal and professional life, in your opinion?
Could you please repeat the question once more?
It's kind of long, isn't it? What is the most challenging aspect of making a monumental change in your personal and professional life?
That's a really great question. And I would say me, definitely my biggest kind of barrier. Mindset and way of thinking is everything, for sure. And sometimes I could just kind of get in a rut or think too long and hard about kind of where I want to go, what I want to do. Even, moving here to Morocco to teach English is a prime example of that. I'm someone who loves to plan. I love, love, love to know like what my next steps are and things of that nature. And I was trying to plan kind of when I would get my TOEFL certificate and when I would book my plane ticket to Morocco and when I would start and when I would apply and all that good stuff. And then I was just sitting and thinking to myself that I'm holding myself back from reaching and attaining something that I truly desperately want. So instead of going on some sort of timeline, I should just go for it. Just do it. And that's exactly what I did. I just did it, got my TOEFL, did it over summer. I just, applied. I knew my current boss from previous engagements, reached out to him, even when I didn't feel ready. Right. I just did so. How I met Wynter, right? I kind of was like, I just want to connect with people in this like space. And so I just did it. I just sent her a message to chat and she accepted it, thankfully. So I would definitely say that we can be our own and our biggest barriers to our own success. And it's just very important that we don't allow that to necessarily happen. I mean, no one's perfect. It's a work in progress, but to give you a very frank response, I would say myself.
Yeah. And how do you pass from fear to being brave enough to make a change?
You got to do it even when you're not ready. Just got to do it.
I want to piggyback after what Victoria said. What were you afraid of when you said you like to plan and you thought you weren't ready? Because just after all the things that you said that you've done and all of your achievements, I'm just curious. Like, and you said you visited Morocco so many times. So, what was it that you were actually? Why were you hesitant?
Just a fear of the unknown. Making the decision to move, to a different continent, across the Atlantic Ocean, far away from my family, far away from my friends. That's definitely not an easy decision. And so I just kind of was trying to calculate it as well. And so I think it's just genuine fear of like the unknown. I didn't know if it would be success. I didn't know if it would be flop. I didn't know if I would like it. This current city that I'm currently in, I had never visited it. I
see.
I had lived in Rabat before. I've lived in Casablanca before, but I hadn't ever been to this city, which is right in between both. So didn't know if I was going to like my job or teaching, right? Because I transitioned, I pivoted into teaching. This was not what I thought I was going to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So as you could imagine, it was just kind of like a lot of changes. But I spoke to a lot of friends, and I would say this has by far been one of the best decisions I've made in my adult life. Truly, very happy. I'm very content. I just finished teaching a couple of classes. I love my job. It forced into me, and just do it. You would never be ready. Just do it.
That's true. That's completely true. I like this idea. I think we have a very good point there with just doing things with fear and just doing it. And if it doesn't work well, then I don't know. Because that's the thing. I think that's the main fear, like something that doesn't work and makes you feel unhappy.
Yeah.
And you reach that point in which you just don't know like where to go after that and just feeling lost. But after that, it always comes some path, like a path is going to show up and you're going to follow that and something's going to come out of it.
I mean, it's data as well. You have to work with information that, life and outcomes give you. So you can like recalibrate and kind of go where you're meant to go.
That's true.
That's right. Do you follow someone? Do you read some books that guide you through your life or to where you want to go?
Oh my God. These are also such great questions. Who do I follow? I've been reading Morgan Housel's series, the first book in the series is like The Psychology of Money. The second one is the Art of Spending Money.
Such
And
a good
I
one.
feel
I've read it.
great. Wynter, have you read these books?
Which book is it? I didn't hear you for a moment.
Yeah, it's Morgan Housel's The Psychology of Money is the first book, Psychology of Money, and the second book is The Art of Spending Money.
No, I haven't.
So
Tell
they're
me.
like finance books, but they also have like a psychology aspect to them. And so I feel as though he offers great advice, not only as it pertains to like finances, but also kind of like psychology, human nature, right? Wealth, greed, happiness, timeless lessons, philosophy, food for thought. It really just, so I would say definitely he has been my major source of inspiration at the moment. And Atomic Habits, I saw down there a bit. Atomic Habits, really, really great book on systemizing your life to get the goals that you want. Instead of thinking of life as chasing major goals, you should make it so that you're you just put in 1% every day. And you do so by systematizing your life, having routines, doing things on almost kind of like a ritual, so that success becomes inevitable, right? And he just breaks it down in such an easily digestible way. Those two authors and those two books in particular have been really foundational in my 20s. So highly recommend anyone and everyone to read them.
Yeah, I read them. I read them both, and yeah, it's really good guidance when you don't feel like sure about how to manage money, first of all, because
Yes.
and second, how to how to make a life that is in order and it has some pattern towards what you want to do.
Exactly.
And if you have a goal, then there are kind of step-by-step guidance towards what you want to, who you want to be, more than what you want to do, I think.
Well, who you want to be, what you want to do. I mean, one of the main reasons why I pivoted teaching is because I lost my job. I was once a federal employee, lost it in the midst of all the craziness and the restructuring of the federal government. I thought I was going to make a lifelong career out of international development. But now I'm doing more youth development, which I believe is still in the same vein, but just under a different hat. And so that like stress of having to navigate, pivoting careers, moving across the world, having lost my good paying job, working part-time as a barista, getting my TOEFL. It was just kind of like a lot. And I'm still very much trying to figure out, you don't really learn these types of skills at school.
No, the real life, real world, hands-on, experiential learning for sure.
I lost my first job after grad school. Like, what now? Like, no one tells you, no one gives you guidance, but you figure it out and everything.
That's true.
Best type of learning, though.
Yeah, right? Absolutely. You said you became a barista, and do you do it because you like coffee, or because it was just a job? I would do it just because I love coffee. I would definitely do it one day in my life. I want to try that for one day. Yeah.
I loved being a barista. Honestly, I genuinely love that. I didn't become a barista because I wanted to. I became a barista out of need and necessity, first of all, since having immediately lost my job, and I was just like, I need employment. A friend of mine that I had met worked at a coffee shop because they had also lost their job, and they were like, hey, apply. And so like that. At the very beginning, I was someone who was very worried of coffee, just because I see people who are like, addicted to coffee and just like need it, and all the money spent on coffee. I was like, I never want that to be me. But I worked at a specialty coffee shop called Blue Bottle, which really helps me develop an admiration for coffee and the art of coffee, the art of brewing it and growing it and all that good stuff. So now I would say I'm a coffee connoisseur, and I definitely know good coffee from bad coffee. I have yet to have like outstanding coffee here in Morocco, but It's okay. I don't need it every day, but if you have some extra free time, I would either, do a part-time or invest in some like, good quality coffee beans or coffee stations or whatever, espresso machines, and learn how to. My favorite part was obviously the latte art. I got really good at it towards my end, but unfortunately I had to cut my time short because I moved to Morocco.
Yeah, let's make a coffee shop where people can speak different languages. Let's do that thing right
Ooh.
now. Like,
I think
I mean, that could work. It's a perfect place to practice. It has to be coffee and juice or something. I don't drink coffee, and I feel like I'm being excluded from this. Like I can't handle caffeine. Like, so we need something
Coffee
for
and juice,
people
huh?
who don't like caffeine,
for
who would
sure.
just bounce off the walls.
Do you like tea? Morocco is a huge tea
I
country.
do like tea. Like I love tea, like an old grandma. That's my go-to. Like,
Yeah.
give me tea and I'll be happy.
Moroccan tea is the equivalent of like a Moroccan whiskey if there were one. They drink it religiously, and it's like liquid gold. Really sweet. They pour it in like small quantities. You can have it sweetened or unsweet, but it's huge here. So Morocco is definitely a tea country. The United States is definitely coffee. Or what's Chile? Chile is coffee or tea?
It's always been tea, a tea drinker, but lately, like a few years ago, many people started liking coffee, but the real coffee, because in the past it was only this. I don't know the name in English, but it's like, I don't want to say the brand either. It's like instant coffee, let's call it. Just instant coffee until a few years ago. I would say 5 to 10 years that people started appreciating the real coffee, and many small little shops open. But we always drink tea, we have something called once.
Yeah.
That our eating habit is different. We have a little breakfast in the morning. We always eat a sandwich, and with our own bread, because we have special bread and a tea, a cup of tea, and then we have lunch. Big lunch, and then at night we have once. This once is another sandwich or a toast and a tea again. So we drink tea twice a day. It's like the typical thing here. Yeah, we eat a lot of sandwiches too. Like we eat a lot of bread.
Yeah, I was thinking that every morning.
Yeah, that's true. We eat a lot of bread. Yeah, well, we're probably the second most obese country in the world, I think it was. I don't remember.
You're behind us?
Yeah,
actually,
yes.
We also, I'm saying really, and I'm like, wait, we eat sandwiches all the time too.
Interesting. Well, lots of similarities between Chile and Morocco, the tea and the bread. Bread is huge.
Yeah. Bread is huge too. Oh, Moroccan. 1 second. Moroccan. What's the name? Bread.
Yes.
Let's take a look at it. Oh, it is different too. I see it.
Circular type.
I want to see this.
Which they eat with.
This looks good.
Victoria, I really appreciate when you Google things and add the visual. I'm like definitely a visual learner. I love this.
Yes.
You bring it up on
Do
the
you see it?
screen. Yeah, I do.
So this is general Moroccan bread, but like off to the side, you see msemen, so Moroccan flatbread, which that is a breakfast item. People eat that usually with cheese, like the laughing cow cheese, honey, chocolate, or you can just eat it as is. Then drinking also with some Moroccan tea. Huge here. And then
that's a tea.
So no, I think that's honey. That's honey, but Moroccan tea, or as they call it, ate. So yes, and this huge kettle, which they call bread. That's some honey, like the laughing cow cheese I had mentioned. Yeah.
Wow. This looks great. I want to try it.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks so good. Well, let me show you the Chilean one now.
So would love.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we do have tea, you see?
I don't know, just the United States and their way of eating breakfast is just so different compared to the world. I feel like the rest of the world, like it's a lot just simpler, and like it's almost like a meze style spread of just various things. Whereas we like to like have just like a whole bunch of like one thing in like one bowl or plate.
Like simple ingredients.
Yeah, coffee, orange juice, Moroccans are like this too. Coffee, orange juice, bread, jam. That's a complete breakfast.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Well, and yeah, so I didn't know anything about the tea, the Moroccan tea. Now I want to try it, like, and the bread and all this. Sorry, I'm a big foodie. I really like food. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the bread that we have, and that's the avocado. Like, that's the perfect mix in Chile.
Okay.
Marraqueta, that's the name of it.
And you had mentioned a meal at 11. Is this a las 11, like at 11 p.m.?
Oh, it comes from 11 from English.
Oh.
From 11 sis?
Yeah.
Whoa. Wow.
Yeah, from England. Yeah.
Okay, I was wondering why it's called once.
Las 11.
Las
11.
Yeah, it's usually to like as a drink or snack at 11, but we drink once. We drink once. We say in Spanish. We drink once at 7 p.m. So it's not 11 at any point. Like it's so far.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love
you,
this.
right?
I love learning about different cultures and different ways of living.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's just that this piece of like culture was brought by the miners when the British came here and installed different mines in Chile, and they were British at first, and then the American bought it. So and all these little things stayed with the people, and they call it once. They just had this little tea, and then the tea spread over our culture like nothing. Yeah, like it's ours now. We took it.
I mean, that happens often. It's literally American culture. We just
That's
take
right.
everything.
Right.
Well, we have 10 minutes, and in these last 10 minutes, what we usually do is to have a little game. Yeah. So I want to ask you, Nirsrine, is there a game that you really, really like with your students, that you like doing with your students or playing? Is there something that you repeatedly do?
Yeah. Let me think about that. A game that I repeatedly love doing with my students. Right, I'll have to break it by tiers because I teach young kids, young learners, teens, and adults. And so obviously with the different age groups, they have different interests. I would say with my young learners, what I really like to play with them is, wow, lots of games to choose from. But first thing that comes to mind is charades. They absolutely love charades. And I do both versions where they can speak but not say the word, or they just act it out. And it's just so cute to see like little bodies like trying to act things out. And it's just like such a sweet experience. With my teens, what I've really been enjoying doing with them are speaking practices. And so what I do is have them stand up and have a list of questions which hit on a particular grammar concept that we learned in the day. And they have 2 minutes to ask their partner as many questions down the list as possible. After the 2 minutes, they switch roles. So those who are asking questions now answer, and vice versa. And in doing so, I encourage them to kind of probe deeper. I don't accept one-worded responses. I encourage them to probe deeper. And I also help them create some sort of structure, because a lot of my students come to me saying that they are learning English primarily to be more confident in speaking. And Moroccans are incredibly talented when it comes to linguistic capabilities. And so one of my challenges with being a teacher is, for example, they know how to introduce themselves in 3 other languages. I'm not here to belittle them or kind of assume that they know less than they actually do, because like I said, they could say it fluently in 3 other languages, but to help them with that confidence piece. And so before the activity, they're always a little bit nervous, but then after the activity, they're really happy and inexpressive. I mean, they you could see like a clear difference in their way of speaking, right? Because I teach them to use the same language that's used in questions that is being asked to them in their response. So how, if you know what I mean. And then with my adults, one of my favorite review games, because adults are a lot more kind of like chillax. They're there to learn, and they'll be quiet like all class. Like they very much expect me to speak for the most part, but I try to have it to, obviously have them communicate. I love doing a Jeopardy style review games. I grew up watching Jeopardy. I loved that show as a child and as a teen. And so to bring a bit of, American culture into the classroom and have them kind of play Jeopardy is just always a hoot. And they get really into it. They get very competitive. Another game that I like to play with my students of all ages is Two Truths and One Lie. I always give the fact that my 3 facts are always, I was born in the United States. I have 3 brothers and 3 sisters. And I can speak Arabic, English, and Spanish. And they always, always, always think that I don't have 3 brothers or 3 sisters. I do.
Difficult to guess.
There are 7 of us. I'm dead in the middle. I have 3 older than me, 3 younger than me. So they always guess because they're like, oh, like that's so antiquated. Like no one has that many children. I was like, well, in some places they do, but obviously things have changed. Times have changed for sure. But I was not born in the United States, right? And so they see me speak a very pristine American accent, and they're like, "Oh, that's definitely true." And so it's just a great way for me to share a little bit about me and kind of start that like sharing of here's a little bit about me, and then they feel open and comfortable enough to share about them. So yeah, amongst other activities, of course.
Do you think we can play the last one? Here in this.
It's One Lie?
Yeah, is it possible? Yeah, do you think we can do it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Should
Yeah, but apart from the ones that you just said, of course, because we know the
I
answers.
know you just told us your golden ones.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's see.
Okay. Let's think about it.
Sure.
Okay, who wants to start?
Think.
I'm ready. Because I always have my 3 golden ones in my classes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You have them in your back pocket just waiting.
Yeah.
I usually do too, but you have to be unique.
Yeah, because you need to really think about it. Like it takes time. So I think about them before, like, okay, which one is something that they may not guess? And just write them. Yeah. So I have mine. Are you ready with yours?
Sure.
Wynter?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Can I start? Volunteer. Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm gonna start that. I used to play soccer in high school. That's one. Second, I wanted to be a DJ. And 3, my favorite food is asado. Just you know asado, right?
Yes.
Barbecue.
Correct. So asado. Could you repeat the first 2 again?
Okay, I used to play soccer at school. Second, I wanted to be a DJ. And 3, my favorite food is asado, which is barbecue.
I have to say the last one's a lie because you're probably, I don't know, vegetarian or vegan. You can confirm.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah. What?
Oh wait, no way.
But how did you know she was a vegan?
Are you a vegan?
I am.
Oh. I did not know that. I did not know that. Sorry.
Do I have the face of a vegan?
I was like, wait a minute.
I was just
You're also a psychic, so
no, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my god. Well,
I'm like, did she say it in the beginning?
No,
I don't remember.
Not at all. I was just
Okay.
because usually sometimes it's like the most obvious clue, right? So, but the other ones were kind of subtle too. So I don't know. It was just truly a guess. So wow, 1 point for the
Yeah. 1 point for her. Yeah. Okay. Now, then, since you won, you're the next. Let's go with your.
Sure. So my first one is I've traveled to Japan, in addition to a plethora of other countries. 2, I'm terrified of animals. And then 3, I hate cooking.
I think that you are terrified of animals.
It's a lie.
Well, you have to guess, Victoria.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got the first one. What was it?
The first one is I've traveled to Japan.
I think that's in your plans. You want to do it.
Second one
You
is
haven't
I'm
done it.
terrified of animals. And the third one is I hate cooking.
So I think the first one is a lie. You haven't been there yet, but you want to do it.
Okay. And
No.
Wynter, you say the second one's a lie?
Yeah, I think it's the lie, the animals.
Okay.
So this means that Wynter and I believe that you love cooking somehow. I don't know. Or you hate cooking. Sorry,
Just like-
we hate cooking. Sorry.
My spices behind me. So,
Oh yeah, you
Yes.
do have spices behind you.
this is my little
Yeah.
kitchenette. I live in a small studio apartment, but Victoria, you are correct. I have never traveled to Japan. It is definitely in my cards in the future. Wynter, I'm sorry, but yes, I am in fact terrified of all animals, all of them.
Oh,
And I wouldn't say I hate cooking, but I don't enjoy it. Yeah, I have a phobia of all animals, especially dogs and cats.
wow. Okay,
Just-
maybe
Why you
previous
go outside?
experience.
I don't know. I mean, there's stray dogs and cats here. I just brace myself. More stray cats than dogs, but I just freeze up. I can now like pet them somewhat, but like I would not feel comfortable being alone in a room with an animal. Like I would start like heart palpitations and just I would like seriously need some real deal. Sorry, exposure therapy for me
Yeah.
to get over this fear because it's like a phobia, right? And it has no cause or logical explanation. It's just a phobia.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So this means that you don't like cooking.
I will cook out of necessity, but it's not a passion of mine.
Oh,
If I could eat
Like,
out
how
every
cooks to
single
live.
day, I wouldn't. Like, I really don't like. Like here, because
Okay.
it's like hard to find certain ingredients, so I have to make do with what I have. But I'm able to survive.
Yeah.
Okay, Wynter.
Okay. I love rollerblading.
Okay.
I love riding my scooter,
Mhm.
and I used to play the flute in high school.
I have to say rollerblading has to be true because that's a huge DMV sport. At least a lot of my friends from the DMV have rollerbladed before or currently do. I don't know, that could be a lie. What do you think, Victoria?
I think that the first and the second are kind of similar. So probably the last one is the different one, and probably is a lie.
What's the last one?
I don't know. What's the last one?
I don't remember.
That
I don't remember the order that I
Then
said
that's a
any
lie.
of these.
Rollerblading.
all of them are lies. Like,
Right? You love running your scooter. The last one.
Oh, that's the order I'd said them in. Oh, and I played the flute in high
Play
school.
flute. Yeah, play
yeah,
flute.
flip.
No, I would say you rollerblade, but you don't scooter, you don't like it. So number 2 is a lie for me.
Number 2. Okay.
I'm just going off of like the very little information.
Yeah, the flute for me.
Okay. So it's the scooter. I don't have a scooter.
Ah,
Yeah. I played the flute in high school. I played the flute elementary, middle, and high school, actually. And I do
cool.
love to rollerblade.
Yeah.
I don't have a scooter. So
so very good. So
and the
then
scooter
this
is
means
actually
that
the popular one
Nirsrine-
in DC.
Nice. Yes,
Nirsrine is the
popular.
winner.
Thank you. But I feel like it's a very DMV, DC activity, especially those who are from the area. A lot of my friends from undergrad were from the DMV area, like DC, Chocolate City, DC, and they had rollerbladed, and they put it on their like Instagram stories, and I'm like, I Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Cool. That's something that I
Great.
never know. So yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've
So,
been in
okay, so-
Tennessee, but yeah,
Okay.
I don't know what's popular over there. Yeah.
Not much. Hiking. I'm from East Tennessee, so mountains are pretty nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. Many friends did that. There's
Yes.
a park that is open over there and people go very much with their dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. I think we're ready with our interview to Nirsrine, and we appreciate your company and you being here because it was a really nice talk too.
Yeah.
Wynter,
Hit the hour. It is noon, but it's 5 p.m. for you, right?
Yes.
I think. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah. Unless we want to, I think we've hit our time. So I think we can wrap up, and it was lovely having you.
You guys.
Thank you for joining us, and we will see you maybe again, hopefully.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Thank you guys
Yeah,
so much for the opportunity. Appreciate it.
All
let's
right.
stay
Have a good
connected.
one.
Yes, of course.
Absolutely. Yes. All right.
Okay. Thank you very much. Hugs in Morocco, like
Thank
from
you.
Chile.
Bye,
Goodbye.
guys.
See you guys
Bye,
soon.
Wynter. See you soon.
See you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.